Take a look at this video. This is the new method of fish farming. Just watch and see things for yourself. I don't know if anybody else have seen this before, but this is my first time coming across this method. This thing is directly inside the river. Now what they do is that they built a net, a transmitter is a net cage inside the river. And guess what? According to them, they said that because of the method they are using, their fish grow faster, they grow bigger, they grow healthier, they have almost zero mortality rate, like zero level of losing any fish at all. And guess what? You're going to see the amount of harvest, how fresh and how big these fishes are. This is them now trying to harvest or trying to lay the cage first. Then you are going to see how they harvest it. See how the cage is structured, well suited inside the water. And they said they don't need to change waters or to come and do those water replacements, or to be worried that maybe the water will be dirty and the fish might suffocate or anything like that. No. Just see fishes. See how fresh, how clean they look. So you don't need logistics of trying to change the water every day. You don't need logistics of trying to source for water, to pump water into the pond. This is just direct, natural. No need to worry about the weather of the temperature of the water, whether the weather is hot or anything. You don't have to worry about it because the fishes are enjoying the direct water. Now this is how they build this floaters, this cage. The blue drums you are seeing, they call it the floaters. Those are what help the cages to stay afloat on the water. And this is how they tow it to the center or to the point where exactly they want it to be on the water. So they are using a canoe to tow it. Now here they are. So according to this guy, he said they build this thing using galvanized pipe. The rods on top of it, they build it using a galvanized pipe that does not rust, and it's still on top of it. You can see that they work, and maybe because it has been it is very expanded, that is why it allows them to work on it comfortably. Now listen to the guy briefly why he gave us the details of how they managed to put this thing at the center there.
This cage, as you can see, it's a 6x6 cages. So this one, we have our own welders that they construct this metal cage for us. And then another thing we have here is this one, we call it floaters. Yes, or which is a drum, we call it floaters. Now these floaters allow the metal or the cage to float on the water. So it's because of this floaters, that's why the cage is not sinking. It allows our cage or our pond to float. And then it is very hot, it's an afternoon, so the metal is very hot. And then we have one net here. We have our net here. This net, we call it the production net. This is where the fish are being kept in. Now the net is used to enclose the fish, so the fish are enclosed in the net. They are inside the net here. Then we have another net here. We call it the protection net. Now the protection net is like an emergency net. So when something happens to the production net, the protection net is here to solve the situation for us. And then as you can see, we have this net here which we have used to cover the cage. We call it the bed net. Now the birds, they usually comes to pick on the fish. So when you have this cover net, prevent any predators, especially the birds, from chopping off our fish. The cage is very hot. It's very hot. So basically the things that you will need to construct a cage: your metal, your drums, your nets, your ropes. I think that's all that you need to construct a fish cage. So very soon we are going to give you a breakdown of the expenses, the amount involved to construct a single room cage. Yeah, so this is what we have for you today: construction of a cage, and then how the whole thing looks like, and how we have set up the whole cages here at Medbee Farms Limited.